live. Okay, since we're doing HSRP, since I said I was going to be doing HSRP, which is Hot Standby Redundancy Protocol, which is a first hot redundancy protocol. Okay, so now looking at this question, right? You are configuring HSRP version 1, right, for a group of layer 3 switches, right, in your company's network. The HSRP group has a virtual MAC address of it's 40, 0C, 07, AC, and 0B. Now the question asks which part of the virtual MAC address, right, identifies the HSRP group number, and take that off. Which part of the virtual MAC address identifies the HSRP group number? Select the best answer. So it's going to be so just so you know, this is okay, 00000C07, right? That's always going to be AC. That's always going to be the first part, right, of the virtual MAC address, and then the last two characters, which are going to be XX, but XX is going to be a variable because the last two characters, last two hexadecimal characters, are going to indicate the HSRP number, and the group number is a number from 0 to 255. If I'm not mistaken, it's either 0 to 255 or 0 to 254. Let me just double check. Let me double check. It's going to be 0 to 255 or 0 to 254. Let me check in the HSRP notes. Group number, no, that's not it. Okay, these are, no, that's not it. That's not it. Highest priority. Okay, I think it's 254. Okay, because HSRP election is based on a priority value from 0 to 255 that is configured on each router in the group. By default, the router is 100. The router with the highest priority becomes the active router for the group. HSRP hello time is 1 to 254. HSRP, oh, for some reason I don't have it, but the group number can be from 0 to 254, I believe. I don't. Oh, right here. Okay. So in my notes, right, HSRP group number can be from 0 to 255 actually. So this, where is it? Okay. So the last two characters indicate a number from 0 to 255. How is that possible? I don't know. I forget my hexadecimal. Hexadecimal you gotta know. So hexadecimal is a number from A to F, and then from 0 to 9, which is our 16 characters. That's why we call it hexadecimal. Which part of the virtual MAC address identifies the HSRP group number? Select the best answer, and it would be the last two characters, which would be 0B, and that should be the answer. And we're going to show the answer, and I got it correct. So the hot standby routing protocol group number is identified by the 0B in the virtual MAC address. Correct? Now this is just the same thing I just got finished explaining, but as you see, this product I do use, so this is giving an explanation of it. HSRP is a Cisco proprietary protocol that enables multiple routers to function as a single gateway for the network. HSRP configures 2 or more routers to share a virtual internet protocol address and a virtual MAC address, so that the group of routers appears as a single device to other hosts on the network, or redundancy. Based on the priority value, HSRP elects a single active router and a single standby. So HSRP's models active standby. The active router is the router with the highest priority, right? It forwards packets, responds to address resolution protocol requests with the virtual MAC address. ARP is IP to MAC, address resolution protocol. Requires requests with a virtual MAC address. And just so I can talk a little bit about ARP, because I have some notes here on ARP somewhere right here. ARP is address resolution protocols where the PC responds with the MAC address. You also have a gratuitous ARP, and that's when the router sends it without first receiving an ARP request. So the router sends it without receiving an ARP request, basically. Alright, the router sends it without receiving an ARP request. Okay, yeah, to differentiate the virtual MAC addresses of the various groups, HSRP uses a special format based on the well-known virtual MAC address. Here we go. XX is the group number in hexadecimal format. In this scenario, the virtual MAC address for the HSRP group is 0B. The group number is identified by the final two digits, 0B, in the virtual MAC address. Thus, because 0B is the hexadecimal equivalent of 11. Okay. In decimal notation, the virtual MAC address would be 000, indicates the HSRP group number for this scenario is 11. Now, how is this 11? Because B, right? B is 1, A is 0, and B is 1. A is 0 and B is 1. Let me draw that for you. Type in Notepad. So A is, let me see if I can make this bigger. Of course I can make it bigger, right? And A is 1. Let me show you exactly what I mean by that. I'm going to show you, okay, this is good. Okay, hexadecimal. When you have hexadecimal, how is A? Okay, format and font, and put this big. So A is A is 0 and B is 1. Okay, and then C, right, would be oh Jesus Christ. Alright, so C would be 2. Okay, A0, B is 1 and C is 2. And then when you get down to F, A, B, C, D, E, F is 6, right? A, B, C, D, E, F. Yes, F is 6. So then after that, the numbers go from, I forgot. 0 to 9, 8 to 11. Oh, well, whatever. They start with A, B, C, and then D, and then 6. But hexadecimal is always 16 characters. That's the concept, right? So where are we at here? XX is the group number. The group numbers. This is just stuff I know, but like for me to explain it, it's like another. If multiple HSRP routers have the same priority, the router with the highest IP address selected as the active router. Correct. The router with the second highest IP address selected as the second standard router, which will assume the role of the active router. The router fails to position and not to understand router unless you process. HSRP group is identified with good value for 0. The default HSRP group value is 0. Okay. The default HSRP group value is 0. Okay, so I didn't know that. The default HSRP group value is 0. Let me put that in my notes. Default HSRP group value is 0. I'll put that right here. No, you know what? I don't know where I put that. Put it down here somewhere. Put it down here, so I'll just put it right here. The default HSRP group value is 0. And for some reason my it's malfunctioning. Oh, here we go. Hey. Is that it? Oh, here we go. Edit presentation. The HSRP group number is 0. Alright, yeah, that's good to know. Okay, so we can see why. is the file reading only? Doesn't make sense. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what's happening here. Alright, but okay, I don't know what's happening. Alright, but anyway, so I hope we didn't, I hope this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing. Basically, you know about HSRP and group numbers. We covered a lot. I hope you're able to gain a wealth of knowledge from this presentation. HSRP, Hot Standby Redundancy Protocol. And I'd like to thank you for viewing. Thank you. Good night.